Let's go over how we name chemical compounds. When you are given a compound, what you're going to do is first name the positive ion. Here, the positive ion is calcium. Metals, you just write whatever their name is. You don't have to change the metal, the ending. S is sulfur, but negative ions are going to receive the IDE ending. So the ending has to be changed for a nonmetal or negative ion here on the periodic table. Sometimes we have to write Roman numerals in here, in parentheses. The way you figure out if you need a Roman numeral is looking up the metal and determining how many oxidation states it has. So you would go to the box for calcium on the periodic table and look at how many options we have up here. Calcium only has one option. It could only be +2. That means that we're never going to be confused what the charge is of the metal. It will always be +2, so I won't need a Roman numeral in here. I just write calcium sulfide. Here's another example. FeO. First I write the name of the positive ion, iron. Then I write the name of the negative ion is oxygen, but I have to change the ending to IDE. Does iron need a Roman numeral? Well, we look at the reference chart. Iron could be +2 or +3. That means I do need a Roman numeral because I'm not sure which oxidation state iron is going to be using. So to do this, figure out which one to use, we have to think backwards. Oxygen has an oxidation state of -2, but there's no little 2 here, so that means the number has been canceled out. There's also no number next to oxygen, so it's canceled by the same amount. So here iron would have been +2. So to show that iron is +2, I write a Roman numeral 2. The Roman numeral tells me the charge of the metal. This compound is very similar. Again, you would write iron, parentheses, because iron is going to have more than one oxidation state. The ending again changes to IDE. But here if you look, the iron would have been +3 and the oxygen was -2. So to show that iron is +3, we put a Roman numeral 3. Here's another compound. You name the positive ion's name first, calcium, no changing. You look up, does calcium need a Roman numeral? Nope, it doesn't, only one oxidation state. And then we look for how to name this. When you have more than one capital letter here, this is going to indicate that we have a polyatomic ion, something coming from table E. You could actually use that general rule. Anytime you have a compound that has more than 2 capital letters, so not a binary compound, something is going to come from table E, and here it's cyanide. Let's look at another example. NiOH. Well, here we write the name of the metal first, nickel. If we look at nickel on the reference table, nickel is a transition element, has more than one oxidation state, so I'm going to need to use parentheses here. OH comes from table E, it's hydroxide. Now we have to figure out what the charge of that metal was, so we have to work backwards. OH is -1, hence there's no number here because 1's cancel out. But there's also no number here, so Ni must have also been 1.